Okay, so in section 4.4, we're going to take this function here and we're going to use sentences to describe all the ways that we have transformed the graph of the square root of x. Okay, so my little acronym HSCRV, so this is homeschool RV, all right, however you remember it, I don't care. But this is my horizontal. This is my stretch, compress. This is my reflective, so reflective. And then this is my vertical. This is the order in which I want to do my operations for my transformations. Okay? Now, how do I do this? Okay. First thing is my horizontal. Well, for my horizontal, I look inside. Okay, I see x minus 3. The minus 3 tells me what? It tells me to do the opposite of what I think. So minus 3, typically I think that goes to the left, but minus 3 is going to shift it to the right 3. So I say horizontal, shift, right 3. That's one thing I'm looking for, okay? So I take my graph here. So I've got my graph. And I start at the origin, but I'm going to shift horizontally 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, originally, it looked like this. So I shifted it 3 units over, and now we look like that. Okay. So now what? What's next? Homeschool, school, stretch, or compress. Okay, so am I stretching it, compressing it? Well, I'll look at the number in front of my parent function here, that square root. So this number in front, this coefficient, that's 1/2. It's less than 1. So when I think about half of the height, I'm actually flattening out. So I'm actually going to be compressing the function. So I compress by a factor of 1/2. So I literally am compressing it to make it half as tall as it used to be. So I'm flattening it out here. Okay, it's compressing. That's the second part. Now the third part, homeschool RV. So R, reflexive. So reflective. So I look at my number in front. Okay, so I'm taking my function and I'm multiplying it by a negative. Now, if I multiply by a negative, what does it do? It takes all the positive values and flips it across the x-axis, so it reflects it down across the x-axis. So reflect across x-axis. All right, that's R. The last one is the vertical. So the vertical shift, the number out here, it's outside of my function. This tells me what? This tells me plus tells me to go up, minus tells me to go down. So I'm going to vertically shift up 4. So I vertically shift up 4. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to shift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I shift it up. So my final function kind of looks like this, okay? Now, if I was asked to find the domain, -1/2 square root x minus 3 plus 4. The domain are all the x's that work. Okay, where's the first x that works? X equal to 3, and everything to the left or to the right. Well, if I look at it, it's obviously going to the right here. This graph, everything to the right. So x greater than or equal to 3. In interval notation, the domain is bracket 3, 0. Now if I wanted the range, okay, the range, these are my y values, okay, domain's the x values. All right, when I do range, I go from bottom to top, just like with domain, I go from left to right. So range, the lowest I go, well, it kind of looks weird, but it actually keeps going down and down. It's just going down at a slower rate than you might think. It's going down to negative infinity, parentheses, negative infinity, up to, well, what's the highest it gets up to? It gets up to 4, and we include the value 4. All right,